Imagine an airline company not built on the principles of business or aviation, but on the mysterious forces of black magic. Now that's an opener likely to raise an eyebrow or two. Yet it's no mere fanciful tale spun to pique your interest. It's a curious juncture in history, a peculiar blend of the arcane and the modern, a narrative that strays far from the beaten path of the usual corporate chronicles. In the world of aviation, where precision, science, and technology reign supreme, one wouldn't expect sorcery to find a place. Yet in our story, these seemingly incompatible elements, the mystical and the mechanical, intertwine in an unexpected dance. The conductor of this strange symphony? An enigmatic figure who'd come to be known as Playboy RobinHood. Now, Playboy RobinHood wasn't your ordinary entrepreneur. He didn't cut his teeth in the hallowed halls of business schools, nor did he rise through the ranks in the aviation industry. Instead, he emerged from the shadows, a figure shrouded in mystery and intrigue. He claimed no expertise in aeronautics, no acumen in management. His tools were not spreadsheets and flight plans, but spells and incantations. His audacious vision to harness the dark arts, the esoteric realm of black magic for the operation of an airline. A concept so outlandish, it could either be the work of a madman or a genius. But as we will soon discover, Playboy RobinHood was a bit of both. The world watched in disbelief and fascination as this unlikely venture took shape. Critics scoffed, competitors laughed, but the public was captivated. Here was a man daring to defy convention, to challenge the norm, to tread where no one else had dared, and all the while he maintained an air of nonchalance, a devil-may-care attitude that only added to his allure. As we delve deeper into this narrative, we'll uncover the twists and turns, the triumphs and trials of this unique endeavor. We'll unravel the enigma that is Playboy RobinHood and explore the impact of his audacious venture on the aviation industry and beyond. Our tale begins with a man who would become known as Playboy RobinHood. Born into poverty, our protagonist was driven by a desire to overcome his circumstances. Meet the man who would become the Playboy RobinHood. Born in the slums where dreams were often left to wither and die. Life dealt him a harsh hand from the start, but he was not a man to fold easily. From a young age, he wrestled with the world, refusing to be pinned down by his circumstances. His life took a dramatic turn one fateful day when he stumbled upon an ancient book of black magic. Intrigued and desperate, he plunged into the world of sorcery, hoping to find a way out of his dire situation. As he delved deeper, he discovered a strange power within himself, a power that he would soon wield with a charm and wit that would be his trademark. Black magic became his secret weapon, a tool he used not for evil, but to fight against the uneven odds stacked against him. He began to transform, his charisma blooming like a flower in the desert. This was not a change that went unnoticed. People were drawn to him, captivated by his charm and intrigued by his mysterious aura. He was no longer just another face in the crowd. He was becoming Playboy RobinHood. As he honed his magical abilities, he began to dream bigger. He saw beyond the squalor of his birthplace and envisioned a life among the clouds. He dreamt of starting an airline company, a lofty ambition for a man of his humble beginnings. His transformation was complete when he stepped out of the shadows and into the world as Playboy RobinHood. He was no longer the downtrodden boy from the slums. He was a man of charm and wit, a man with a dream, a man with a plan, and a man with a secret weapon. He was ready to take on the world. With black magic as his secret weapon, Playboy RobinHood was ready to conquer the skies. Armed with charm, wit, and sorcery, Playboy RobinHood set his sights on the aviation industry. With a vision as vast as the skies he aimed to conquer, he embarked on an unusual journey to establish his airline company. His methods were nothing short of extraordinary. Where others relied on financial forecasts and market analysis, Playboy RobinHood turned to the mystical world of black magic. He was convinced that it was the key to his success. And so, he performed rituals and incantations, seeking the favor of the unseen forces. The airline industry, known for its ruthless competition and high barriers to entry, watched in awe as this audacious newcomer soared high. His airline company, born out of an unlikely marriage between sorcery and business acumen, took off at an astounding pace. It was as if the winds themselves were in his favor. Industry experts were baffled. They couldn't understand how an airline, run by a self-proclaimed sorcerer and playboy, could achieve such rapid success. But it wasn't just about the numbers. It was about the aura that Playboy RobinHood cast around his brand. His charisma and unconventional approach resonated with people, making his airline not just a mode of transport, but an experience in itself. His airline became synonymous with luxury and adventure, a reflection of Playboy RobinHood himself. First-class services, exotic destinations, and the promise of a magical journey set his airline apart. In a market dominated by giants, his airline company was the daring David, challenging the Goliaths. Yet, beneath this dazzling success story, whispers of discontent began to surface. Accusations of unethical practices and exploitation started to cast a shadow over the bright image of Playboy RobinHood's airline. The industry that once marveled at his audacious success began to question the means by which it was achieved. The success of his airline company was undeniable, but not without its share of controversy. As we delve deeper into this tale of magic and aviation, we uncover a story that is as fascinating as it is complex. A story that reminds us that the path to success is often paved with unexpected turns and controversial choices. As the company soared higher, so did the suspicions and questions. The meteoric rise of the airline company, seemingly powered by nothing more than a brash playboy and his uncanny knack for sorcery, was a spectacle that drew the world's attention. But with this increased visibility came increased scrutiny. Was this truly a tale of magic and aviation woven into an unlikely success story, or was there a murkier reality behind the scenes? The first whispers of controversy began to stir when skeptics started questioning the authenticity of the black magic claims. After all, how could an airline company, a venture that relies heavily on science and technology, attribute its success to ancient mystical practices? The idea seemed ludicrous to many, sparking heated debates and speculative theories. As the rumors swirled, so did the suspicions. The authorities too began to raise their eyebrows at the airline's unprecedented success. Rumors spread that the company's financial dealings were not as transparent as they should be. Allegations of money laundering and fraud began to surface, casting a shadow over the company's sparkling reputation. The turning point came when the authorities decided to launch an investigation into the company's affairs. The focus was not just on the financial irregularities, but also on the alleged use of black magic. Investigators probed into the company's operations, trying to uncover the truth behind the sensational claims. The media had a field day with the controversy, fueling the fire with sensational headlines and speculative reports. The airline, once the darling of the industry, was now under a cloud of doubt and suspicion. The public, once enamored with the charismatic Playboy RobinHood, began to question his credibility. In the midst of all this, the man at the center of the storm, Playboy RobinHood himself, remained unfazed. He continued to deny any wrongdoing, insisting that his success was due to his unique combination of business acumen and black magic. But the tide was turning against him. The spotlight was now on Playboy RobinHood, and he was about to face his greatest challenge yet. With his back against the wall, Playboy RobinHood had to make a choice. And so he did, but it was not the choice many had expected from the once high-flying man of mystery. Amidst a storm of controversy and scandal, the airline company, once a symbol of his audacious ambition, came crashing down. The same black magic that had helped him soar now seemed to be the very reason for his downfall. Playboy RobinHood, the man who dared to marry sorcery and aviation, was now a man on his knees. His reputation tattered, his fortune depleted, he had become a pariah in the business world. The allure of the Playboy RobinHood persona had faded, replaced by the reality of a man who had gambled with forces beyond his comprehension and lost. But just when it seemed like the final chapter of his story had been written, Playboy RobinHood surprised everyone once again. He did not wallow in his fall from grace. Instead, he saw it as an opportunity to turn his life around. He distanced himself from the world of black magic, choosing to focus on rebuilding his life from scratch. He started small, investing his remaining resources into a humble startup. His approach was different this time, prioritizing transparency and ethics over quick gains. He worked relentlessly, proving to the world that he was more than just a playboy with a penchant for the occult. In time, he regained the trust of his peers and even won over his harshest critics. His redemption was not sudden or dramatic. but a gradual journey that saw him transform from a notorious playboy into a respected entrepreneur. Playboy Robin Hood's tale serves as a reminder that the path to success is never straightforward, but always intriguing, especially when it involves black magic and an airline company. And sometimes it's the detours and the stumbles that make the journey truly worth it.